Do you really think you're a Gemini? Do your app notifications keep getting it wrong about you? What if I told you that you are more than just a Gemini? You may call yourself this mental, quick-thinking changeable sign, but you should know that you also have a rising or ascendant sign. This part of your personality is shown at the first house of your birth chart determined by your time of birth, so it's important to know that piece of information to find out what yours is. Which means you are more than just your Gemini sun sign, but also a wonderful, crazy, and interesting mix of what might be a completely different one altogether. So let's give you a quick description of Gemini with every rising sign. We'll also show some famous Gemini personalities with their ascendants to give you a better idea of the combination in your own makeup. Gemini with rising signs. Gemini with Aries rising. With such a huge ego, you have to realize that everything does not revolve around you. You can be accused of rash behavior, immature outbursts, and trigger happy decisions that result in nothing. If you consider the reason for every action and work to have something to show for what you're achieving, then you are an asset to anyone who needs an adventure. Gemini with Taurus rising. The two twins are still there, but you are the more reliable one to be counted on for responsible behavior. Equipped with good moderation, you know when to start and when to stop. This is a skill that most people don't have. When you have to stick to a budget, you know where to put money for safekeeping. Sensitive feelings towards others are also controlled by helping them to worry less. Gemini with Gemini rising. No one likes a gossip, but everyone loves a good storyteller. No one can stand a fickle dilettante moving from interest to interest with no real expertise. Everyone likes a charmer if you could only exist in reality and stay for a while. However, you've got quicker intentions, more entertaining guests, and other sparkly vibes attracting you somewhere else for the moment. Gemini with Cancer rising. You have the power of knowledge in just about anything and use your imagination to create something. Your dependence on others, however, may be your only limitation. It's your knack for knowing, a strong intuition coupled with a real interest in history which makes you resourceful. You even have an amazing recall which makes for exhilarating conversations. Gemini with Leo rising. Passionately communicating with the public about some consuming desire, your quick urges are stabilized by regulated control. Let others come to you. Do not offer unsolicited advice to people in yet another crusade that you have a better way. Is it better for your own ego or a real solution? Better yet, be patient and see if they need you for that. Gemini with Virgo rising. These two signs have the mentality in common. One is concerned with communication for the sake of relating. The other seeks to use it for practical value. The way to avoid worry over small details is to get out of your head. With such strong critical faculties, do physical yard work, planting in the garden or taking a run by a body of water. Nature will treat you well for it. Gemini with Libra rising. You might be the most social person, but with a tendency to be self-oriented. Harmonious with others, but out of balance with yourself. This will show up as sexual acquisition of multiple people, just to say you had them. You need an aggressive, more confident partner to help you better define your options. Artistic and diplomatic, though, your pleasing brilliance is likable. Gemini with Scorpio rising. Extremely curious about taboo topics, the hidden, concealed and secret communication, you like the investigation into the unknown. You'll discover that these things are not out in the open for a reason, they're private and need no interference. Once you know what turns you on, how would you like an investigator to blow your cover by invading you in the middle of the act? Gemini with Sagittarius rising. You are as wide open as the blue sky. Your consciousness goes far beyond where you are standing but through the universe and back. Yet show a little sound modesty and don't go preaching a pompous sermon. Writing on every topic there is to know is your strength. You have so much knowledge that what you don't know, you'll find it and get it out there for all to learn. Gemini with Capricorn rising. Like a stable manager of information, companies and individuals need a responsible, quick-thinking, confidential representative with the drive and ambition to perform these duties. You will decide in a matter-of-fact way, something not so easy to do without your practical side. Don't be afraid of growing up. It will take you a little time to get there, but you'll be successful in the end. Gemini with Aquarius rising. Science and discovery mark your combination as your excellent intellect needs an outlet in a laboratory for research. Your mind, however inconstant, will always require an unbiased approach to solving problems. Whatever the next invention, for the sake of humanity, the set of scientific laws remain a finite reality where you can really discover paradise here. Gemini with Pisces rising. The internal conflict with water and air signs require a parallel solution, help people communicate problems that affect their ability to cope with life. These two signs have a similar approach with vague explanations, avoidance, and lack of discipline. Since you know these, you know what others are feeling and why they need you to advise them with a realistic direction for them to follow. The Ascendant or Rising sign is your front door, or the mask you show to the world. It describes your response to what the world brings to you. Know that your sun sign represents your identity, but when you operate from your rising sign, you'll know all of your chart placements and how you can master these energies as a whole. Visit openspace.tv to get a reading and a free printout of your chart. Like and subscribe to the channel and keep watching. Thanks for visiting.